morning, this is Aline, and we're doing a quick update tour of the West Garden. We didn't have rain for most of the month of July, and yesterday it rained 3 inches. While it's only in the low 80s this morning, it is very humid, and it's going to get up into the mid 90s before we have more storms later. The zinnias are beautiful. The calendulas are blooming. They're not blooming at the moment, but the Laciphacelia seems to have died. The heat just killed it. It's been brutally hot and humid here. Black cotton is blooming. Hopefully I can show you. The blooms are so beautiful. It's just a stunning plant. I love it. Chamomile, the Nordicarms melons are shooting up the trellis. The tansy is growing. I'm going to go this way first. These are the sunberries. There's lots of little fruit. Hopefully they'll ripen. The cucamelons are, I don't know whether they're just falling off from lack of rain or whether the birds are getting them, but we have not actually harvested any because I don't think that one, I can't tell if I'm getting it in the frame, is actually quite big enough. We'll see. This little tomato is starting to put on little tomatoes. The green beans have improved with the rain. We have been watering. We've been watering practically every day. And that's helped some. I see a few little beans here. The flowers are still alive. Not all of the ones on the deck are. That's a whole nother story. There's quite a few lima beans, which Tierney assures me she will eat. So we may not have enough then for a good meal, but it was fun, especially since I just grew them from a bag of dried beans. So the Armenian white melon / cucumbers are doing well. I should start trellising very soon. I got a gnome because everybody should have a garden gnome. This is a marigold I started from seed. I really thought that I was going to lose the Speedwell, but it seems to be catching back up now with the watering. And this is my sugar baby bush watermelon. You know, it's doing pretty well considering. And here's the butterfly again. I love the interior of the zinnias. The petals, the look like little flowers inside the big flowers. It's really cool looking. All right, so here are the Nordicarm melons, and as you can see, I have one. There's another one somewhere. It's hard to see in all this foliage, but there are a couple. So I'm quite happy with that. And on this side are the noodle beans. I will have to back way up so you can see those. Hopefully you can. I have already harvested a couple of times. The green Chinese noodle beans are brilliant producers. They're putting out a dozen or more every day. And each bean is worth 3 or 4 of just regular snap beans. Of course, you can't, apparently they don't cook the same as snap beans. We stir-fried them so far, and they were delicious. Also raw, still delicious, in a very green way. So none of these other pole beans are really producing anything. The blue has beautiful flowers and lots of growth on it. I mean, it's all the way to the top. But no beans. So I'm wondering if the flowers are very small. Let's see if you can. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't get the same, the bumblebees, which are our main pollinator, might not be able to really do anything. So, I don't know, we'll see. The flowers on the other beans, the Chinese noodle beans, are big and they're beautiful. I'll also try to get pictures of that and add it in. This is a sunset runner bean. And again, they should be producing, but they're not. Particularly, I haven't found any beans, so unlike this one could be picked today, I think. And they usually do grow in pairs. Anyway, I'm trying to keep this short because it is quite steamy. Kajari melons. I have one. There it is. Baby Kajari melon. Can't wait. There's another one through there. So, gonna have at least a couple. This plant, which I had to plant later, is still coming on. We'll see. Parsley died, but the chives are okay. I am cutting out the spaghetti squash. We have harvested a dozen spaghetti squashes. That should keep us going for a while. So this ground cherry was kind of covered up by the spaghetti squash. So it's a little behind the other one, but it's starting to pick up now. And I'm sure there's a better picture, but we did get 3 inches of water last night. So these tomatoes they were all volunteers, but they were in a different little bed in the East Garden when I pulled them out. And I think these might be cherry tomatoes, because I did have some. I did plant a couple of years ago, and I think they're also determinate because they are not growing anywhere near as big as the ones that were over on the ones that I think are Romas. So the corn took a beating last night, but it's got ears. This is the Marsham Jewel corn, which is, going to have a purple cob. Not sure if I can stand it back up, but I'm going to give it a try later. Here is blue jade corn. It's tasseling. I don't know what else it's going to do. These are the last of the spaghetti squash. I'll leave this one longer, but I'm going to pull the other one probably this evening. Germander, which has been in a pot in the backyard for a while. I finally got it in a real pot. The rain filled the fountain last night. It was really low. I mean, I had been actually putting water in it to keep it going, but it's, see, that's what happens when you step in front of it. More zinnias and the corkscrew grass is doing okay. Some weeds that I need to pull. Onions, which were up on the porch by the front door, because it was 110 there the other day, and I thought I should bring these onions down here. That onion, which is clearly a bulb, grew from roots of an onion that I cut off. So there's that. I decided to plant a couple of Charente cantaloupes in this pot. They popped right up. The milk cart jug in the middle has holes punched in it, so I can actually water it I can water into the jug, and the water will disseminate throughout the bottom, and that way I won't have to put water on top of the melons. Again, one of the experiments on keeping things watered without actually coming out with the hose every day, which is quite been a problem. Anyway, just as I'm not even going to walk over there. Pretty sure that lilac has died. the one we moved, the first one we moved, the big one. The little one is doing great, not worried about it at all. Anyway, that's the west garden. It's quite steamy out here, so I'm going to go in and put this together and load it up. I know you still haven't seen the deck garden. It is a disaster at the moment. It is just too hot there, and I think I'm going to have to be taking it apart. Anyway, there'll be more about that later, and thanks for watching.